More and more young people are signing up at the headquarters of Aung San Suu Kyi's opposition party in Myanmar. The youth wing of the National League for Democracy has big expectations ahead of by-elections in April. These will likely see the democracy icon take her place in Parliament for the first time.
The reason I became an NLD member in 2011 was really to change the education system in my country and improve the level of education among the Burmese people.
In 2010, Myanmar held its first parliamentary elections in 20 years. Few expected the new army-backed government to implement so many reforms. Aung San Suu Kyi now talks openly with ministers. Hundreds of political prisoners have been released, and ceasefire agreements have been signed with major ethnic rebel groups. Young people are less afraid to get involved in politics.
We're not as young as we were, the former students of the 1988 movement. So we're trying to work with members of the younger generation, and in another month or so, we expect to stand united.
Outside of mainstream politics, others are doing what they can to make themselves heard. Generation Wave is a movement created in 2007 after a monk-led uprising was brutally crushed by the army.
And we test to the authorities we have freedom and we have the right to express out our feelings. So we go on the ground and we did our activities very openly.
Some 30 members of the group were thrown in prison. They were released as part of the sweeping changes that are also being felt on the streets.
They always
suspected us, the government. Not now. Now we're free again. It is change.
It is the change.
But many are still cautious. The country is still run by former generals, and more reforms will be needed before everyone's convinced that it's serious about change.